It seemed like centuries ago when the monks crossed the mountain to Malibu, El Camino, and a sipping tea lemonade room. We ponder all that we can lose in a theater of dark. The cross of Jesus sees it all. His red blood's on the bar.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Benched. My name is Rudy Jean Rigg. I am an ex-elite badminton player and I wish to one day be as hairless and sleek as a Silver Surfer.
Hello, my name is Hannah Wilkinson. I am a former professional football player, that is soccer, and I'm Kiwi, engaged to a beautiful Australian, and we have 2 white Swiss Shepherds.
Hi, I'm Mitch Brown, and I used to play a little bit of football. Last year I came out as bi, and I'm allergic to orange juice, but I really, really like it. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, we've got an exciting show. This is our first one.
I know.
I think one of the best guests, Darcy Vescio, coming on.
I know. I'm so excited.
They're sick, and I can't wait to ask all the deep questions.
All the important ones.
Hey, but before that, what a year in sport it's been.
I'm freaking my gourd.
What is a gourd?
A gourd?
What is it? It sounds like a guitar string.
No, listen, a gourd is
like
a
a pumpkin?
Is a pumpkin, and
Yeah.
the term "freaking your gourd" or "losing your gourd" is like your mind.
Yeah, okay, so we've...
Dang! I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because I have heard that phrase, but I didn't realise that was
I love
what
it.
was all about.
Anyway,
All right, so we've seen the Winter Olympic Games, the World Cup soccer, the Commonwealth Games or the Colonist Games, whatever. You know what excites me best about those? Not the actual sport, but
Yeah.
the fit checks, the uniforms. You know when like
Such
unboxing the
variation.
uniform bag?
oh, so good.
They're really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get down my like old like stash bags of like kits, and I'll like just look at them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun.
I think Australia needs to lift up their uniform game. Have you seen some of those with the Winter Olympics? Like
Yeah.
those really cool.
Yeah. US really took it for the
I think,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we could do really cool instead of sportscraft.
Sportscraft. The partner brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I don't think in this case I don't think we can blame the brands. I think it's like, I mean, there's probably like a million people involved. I'm sure that the fashion designers or designers in general, like in these Sportscraft, like shout out Sportscraft, did hard work there. But I agree, the silhouettes I think are really the problem, right? If we to diagnose it, would that be more accurate?
What does that mean?
Silhouettes.
Gourd and silhouettes.
Sorry, I'm really
No,
level above
what do you mean?
us.
Like the
shape, like what the actual clothes like
Yeah.
sit like. I mean, what I like to use the Winter Olympics is an example. Like the shapes on the for the clothing for the US team, they were hot. They were like, they had a fashionista vibe to them. It felt like they were forwarding fashion in a way that I don't know whether Australia, like other countries did. Is that being too harsh?
No, not at all. I didn't even know Sportscraft. That was Australia?
Yeah.
Was New Zealand was Kathmandu, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I know. Outdoorsy, you know? Go
Yeah.
for it. True winter
Yeah, right?
Olympic style.
Well, see, I think this maybe is where Australia also went a bit wrong, not getting a winter brand to do it. Is that? It's just, I'm going to fact check real quick.
You should fact check that.
I think
actually. I don't know what I'm
there's some
talking
really
about.
cool streetwear brands like Homie, Love Homie, or like you could design real cool stuff. Anyway, we digress.
lot of potential.
Hey, what about talking about sport? Have you seen like, the reality TV, the Dallas Cheerboys? Oh, yeah, I wish it was
Cheerboys.
Cheerboys.
I'm a cheerboy.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have. Sorry, just to backtrack 2 seconds. I can confirm that Sportscraft was the designer for the formal wear, which is maybe where you're like not super
wear.
into formal.
Hey, I got nothing against sportscraft. I love sport.
Can you put that on? Yeah, I'm kidding. 100%. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders though. Ooh, wee mama. I love that.
You got to tell me more about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know that the cheerleaders is like a thing, but
yes.
tell us more.
So Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders is, for all intents and purposes, a reality TV show, but it follows the real rehearsal. It follows the real audition process that people undertake to become part of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders squad.
Like dance moms.
It's kind of, but it just follows the story of these like dancers and the kind of rigorous auditioning process that they have to go through. And I guess like it's become such a phenomenon online because of the two sort of I guess people in charge, Kelly and Judy, who people have some very intense opinions about. There's these two sort of legacy cheerleaders who are very Texan, or like, you know, very Texan in their way, and I think they can come across kind of a little bit prickly to some people, but we've got an Australian in the squad. Faith Ward is leading the charge for Australians as part of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and yeah, obsessed.
It's good. I saw like a promo, and there's going to be 10 centimeters between their belly button and the dress.
Well, I don't know.
Does that toxic as fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of pretty nasty stuff happening in their rule.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, I think they've learnt a lot, and this is what I will say about, you know, airing your dirty laundry. And I think like they must have known when they signed this deal with Netflix that there was going to be some kind of like provocation happening in the media between themselves and how they've been received, because previous to that, the TLDR was that they were on a smaller network just in America, whereas Netflix really took them global. And over the seasons, you can see that people are learning, particularly Kelly, who got a lot of backlash for being very abrasive and quite negative in the way that she gave feedback. And she's openly like said, "Oh, you know, like I don't know about, like, this is new to me, whatever." And what's actually good and relevant to us, I think, particularly in the AFLW space, which, you know, we'll chat with Darcy about later on, is that through this show and the kind of cultural relevance that they got, although it unfortunate in its kind of context, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders actually were able to negotiate a pay rise because they were not being paid fairly. And through the sort of authority that the show gave them, they were able to use that as well as other things to barter for a pay rise, which is incredible. Yeah.
Talking about this, I think Australia, like we obviously have cheer in Australia, cheerleaders, but there has been like a pseudo phenomenon in netball at the moment. Like they've really spiced up the mop people. You know, when it's basketball, netball, court sports, where you land on it, and I get sweaty, so I get like there's like a big wave of sweat on the court. And you've got to mop it up. Yeah, all these sports have really like it's a thing. It's like a really competitive
mopping the court.
Yeah, and making it really fun. And the Sydney Swifts in the netball, their mop person's like famous.
Oh, really?
They're like for mopping.
Yeah.
And dancing, and so it's like taking up the mop level.
Maybe I could do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
check
I
it
could
out.
be a mop artist.
Seriously, I reckon it could be a full Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Court sports.
Mop challenge.
Yeah. I love that.
The Netflix like Untold sports series is really like that feels like that kind of, you know, that you don't know how big the situation is within a sport.
Yeah, it's so true. Like I just want to like. There's a world in which I think we do like a special series where we just talk to all these like characters, you know, like people who mop the courts, people who like tend to the lawns, the mascots, you know.
They're the lifeblood of these clubs, especially local clubs. There's so much character in them.
Yeah.
They're the best, seriously. I mean, it was the best part of me being in sport was like to meet those characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, every club's got one. Are you the character at your club?
Certainly not.
No?
I don't think what a character our club would be. I mean, there's usually a really dedicated kit person that
from Ted Lasso.
Years and years.
Yeah.
They kind of, I mean, when you're an athlete, you jump from team to team like for years, and then there's always any club you go to, there's the kit person that's been there for like 45 years or something.
Yeah, I feel like the role, we're talking about roles, and like the kit person's one of them, but the social media admin of sporting organisations now, they're their own character. Do we? Yeah. No. No, but
I don't always
everyone
have a thought right in my brain.
Like admin's
Like the Giants one.
yeah, Giants and the Tasmanian Devils in the AFL. They're that's all they've got. Their admin social media at the moment because their team doesn't come in until 2028.
Oh, wow.
So
Whoa,
in the AFL
that's
competition, so
ages.
all they got is admin.
I love
Admin's
that.
fun. Shout out to Tassie admin.
Yeah.
Support us. Come on the couch.
Yeah, get on the couch.
It's funny because it's like because you don't see who admin is. Admin's like a mythological,
Yes, such an enigma.
Yeah, so like I'm thinking when I think the Tassie Devils AFL, I'm thinking like this. Have you seen the mascot of there? It's like scary as fuck.
Is it? Oh man,
It's this giant Tasmanian devil that's like been put together and
I love it.
you should see it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Look, speaking of checking things out, we do have our Instagram and our TikTok, which of course you can find lots of extra exciting bonus content as well as anything that we kind of reference in the shows. We'll chuck up on our stories at the very least. So go over there and check out what we've got going and cooking up on the socials. Is that what people say these days? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, up next, we are talking to the man, the myth, the legend, Darcy Vescio. So stick around after this short break. Our very first guest on the podcast is someone who has painted stories onto Guernseys, has kicked plenty of goals while wearing them, and has spent years making sport a better place. Basically, if a paintbrush, a rainbow, and a football had a very talented baby, that baby's name would be Darcy Vescio. Thank you so much for being the first guest on our show. This is incredible.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. After watching some of your Instagram videos in the lead up to this, I couldn't have we couldn't have picked a better first guest, to be honest, because you do so much cooked stuff on Instagram that it's just like no one else is out there doing that.
Yeah, I recently got involved with the reshuffling of the grid.
You did.
So I pushed some older content to the top.
Okay.
And there's possibly when you went on there was some more cooked content than usual.
Yeah.
But I just thought it needs to come a bit higher. Yeah, I remember sending some of my teammates, because they send me videos. I sent them some videos of myself, and one of them was like, wait, this is an Instagram link. What do you mean? This is online? He was like, no way, this is on your profile. I was like, yeah.
Does anyone go into the grid anymore? Like, does it matter? I thought about reshuffling.
Yeah.
Putting
it was just
some older content.
A bit of fun, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I saw the Tuft exhibition. Tell us about that. Like, you're an artist, and I've seen some of your graphic design work, which has been epic. But talk us about the.
Yeah, are you thinking of the
Yeah,
flags?
do I get it
the
wrong?
Flags of Valley? that is because I'm working on some other pieces now, but I think you're referring to the
flags.
Like the pink ones. Yeah, so that was an exhibition as part of last year's Melbourne Design Week. And it was called Redesigning the Clubhouse. And it was a really fun concept all about like looking at, I guess, the collision of art and sport. And yeah, I wanted to create like premiership flags, but like for the people who lose. So it was a series called The Flags of Failure. And just kind of, like there's like a loser one, like devastated next year. So they sort of range from the different things you might feel. But yeah, it was sort of, I guess, looking into like when you go into a club room, it's all like the glory moments and like celebrating like the highs of a club or a team. So it was sort of like, what if we displayed some of the other moments, like the moments that sear just as heavily.
Like the more human ones, hey?
Yeah, that we all have and that most of us have more than the highs. Yeah.
I think this is a great concept because if you go all these club rooms and the higher you get to, the more sterile they feel. Like I've been in obviously a lot of club rooms, more male dominated, but they're just so bland and they're not inspiring. There's no personality. Yeah. So I love this concept as well.
Yeah.
Spice it up.
It was so fun. Yeah. Sort of just thinking about what you see. And like, I really love club rooms. Like I feel like the weirder the better, and like when they display different stuff that you might not expect. So yeah, I really enjoyed seeing what everyone else came up with as well, because it was like a group show. But it was sort of fun just thinking about all the things you feel, but what goes up on the wall.
Sorry, my mind went to the Little Rascals, you know, when the treehouse, the club room.
Oh, yeah.
Is it No Girls Allowed or club or?
Something
Really
yeah.
problematic. But that's where it starts, that age, you know.
Yeah.
But like, it's cool to have spaces where a bit more fun, I guess.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God, just thinking about like club rooms and stuff. I mean, for me, like I grew up playing badminton, right? And there's not really like a club culture. There is, but it's not super big.
Yeah.
But like even so, like when I remember like growing up, a lot of the spaces is like very like, you know, Mitch, as you said, like very gendered and very like you're allowed in here and you're not allowed in there. And it's like, I don't know. I just wonder, coming from an individual sport, like what's been your experience like playing in a very gendered sort of space and environment? You know, like, I mean, I'm a non-binary trans person, and so like I feel like maybe we've had similar experiences, but from a completely different like place in the sporting world.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, like it sort of definitely feels like it's ever evolving. Like I came out as non-binary maybe 2021 or 2022, so I'd already, I guess, like navigated AFLW, like just identifying as a woman. And then once that, I guess I had that realization or came to that point, then it sort of did reshape how I was experiencing spaces. And it, I suppose I'm used to being in footy spaces. Like they are really like quite binary and it's like this or that. There's not much in between. But I hope now like we're starting to play in those spaces a little bit more and like question why things need a label or why certain things need to be signed off, or like I don't know, like why we need these things. Like I feel like a lot of sport is like, oh, we've always done it like this, so we'll do it like
Very
that.
conservative.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, but like why? Like it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I feel like I feel very privileged in like how I'm able to navigate these spaces. Like I'm kind of able to move through as I see fit, because like I present a certain way and like I can sort of protect myself in lots of different ways. Like I can just be a little bit smaller, or like you know, like you can do whatever you want, or like when you sense a space is really safe, like you hear people using neutral terms and that sort of thing, like those little signifiers, you're like, oh, I'm in a really safe space. I just feel like I'm very lucky in that I can sort of adapt. And I think being older as well in these spaces, like I know what hurts me and what makes me feel good and everything like that. So I think just knowing myself as well definitely helps me feel like I can move through these spaces a bit more easily. But yeah, it can be difficult because there are some spaces where you're like, they're not really thinking about other
I noticed that even like the W competition's an amazing space, but if you're going to nitpick a few things, I just note like the Instagram account still says AFL women's competition, and if you delve into some of the law, like the rules of the game for the AFLW competition, it uses quite binary language. So I think there's definitely, I don't know, like there's that sort of
it is tricky. It's tricky too, because like when I came out, I definitely was like, oh, like will people look at me and be like, oh, like you don't belong in this space anymore, or like this isn't, because so much of AFLW is like reclaiming space for women and like being really proud of that, and being like people love the W as well. So there's that like celebration But within that, there's so many different identities as well. So it's like how do we move through this? And I've noticed like some people prefer, like I think a lot of people just say W because it just represents, whereas not as many people say, well, I feel like, I don't know if I've noticed it, but like when people are talking to me, they tend to just say W, like, and that it's almost like a deliberate, like as a representation of something bigger than just women. But yeah, it's really, it's really
so hard, right?
muddles my head a lot, in a good way. Yeah. Like it's just like, what do these things mean? Like, what do we need to hang on to and what can be let go of? Like it's so
It
complex.
sounds so considered. And I had some piece of advice in terms of standing up and activism and being an advocate in this space is being passionate but being composed.
Yeah.
I feel like,
yeah,
because if you come across too angry, I don't know, how do you go about that? Like we've seen you stand up and call things out and have, been a huge leader in this space. How do you like manage that? You know?
Yeah, I think like with that too, like I think I've evolved over time. Like I think when I was younger, I definitely could get a bit more fired up and I would feel that heat when I read something or I was like, let's go to war. Like, I was like, I'm down for this. Like, I'm happy to go toe to toe all day, like on Twitter or whatever. Like,
sounds like someone else.
You can be up for that. But I think over time, there are times for that. And then like, I think of what I actually want. And like when you're engaging with people, like even if like you really disagree with what they're saying, like yelling at them often doesn't actually get where you want. Yeah. Or like locking them out or anything like that. It's like, where do we actually want to get to? And I think also part of it is like that preservation piece. It's like, I don't want to feel angry every day. And like there's so much you can feel really angry about. And it's like fair enough, but it's also like, I can't actually maintain that, or like that's not like I can't live like that. We can't live like that, feeling like so angry so much all the time. And so it's just like finding a balance, I guess.
Yeah. Have you got a thought?
I was just going to say WWDD.
What the heck is that?
What would Darcy do? Like, I'm just for all this. I'm going to have that in my brain. I'm going to tattooed on me.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay, done.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
No, just on that as well, like on the flip side, because I 100% agree with you, but then I think I've been like, I guess, I don't know if I was calling it a professional advocate sounds like a bit wankery for me, but like I've been doing like advocating through education and like entertainment for like 5 or 6 years now. And what I've come to just recently is like falling into the trappings of being like an empathetic trans person where obviously like being a young person as well, like I'm only just turning 30 in November. And like, so I've gone through most of my 20s doing this, and you come to a point where you're like, oh crap, I think I've done a really good job at like composing myself, but I haven't had the skills and like being able to practice and actually do the whole boundary building around it. So now I'm like complicitly empathetic towards people who probably should have firmer boundaries, you know, and a further hand away from me. And I just find it really interesting hearing other people's experiences, because what you talk about, I'm like, I should talk to you like 5 years ago, you know? So like.
But I feel like it's one of those things too that you kind of just have to go through it and like feel what you need. Like, I don't know. Because I think it's like I remember Patty Kinnersley is on the board at Carlton, and she's our vice president as well, and I think she's still the CEO of Our Watch. And she played women's footy as well. Like she's an awesome person. And I remember, I think I was getting fired up about something, or I was frustrated that other people weren't more mad about something. And she just said, like, you need all kinds of people. Like, to create change, you need the people who who will like show that warmth towards someone who's made a mistake and sort of like pull them in, then like you need the people as well who are like ready to get violent. Like it's like those people like bash down those doors, but the other people can walk through them and like reach people on all different levels. So that always sort of stuck with me because I was like, oh, like we actually all need each other to be able to do the work effectively because different things work and that's how you build the space. Like
it's like Rudy, what you were saying, the activism through comedy. I know that's right up your
that's super powerful.
I think that's really
Yeah. I mean, that's where I've come to, right? And like, it's so funny that I don't know, you know, how we all feel here, but like I grew up not being a funny person at all. I know it's shocking now, but like I grew up, and I think it's because I didn't come out as trans until my 20s because I like was just kind of like quite stifled and I felt like I had to be quite serious, especially like, you know, being such a young, like I guess like a young athlete as well, like you're told to be serious, right? And any sort of like acting out is like seen as like almost misbehavior or something that could take away from you getting better, you know? And so, but yeah, so I love finding like levity through comedy, and I think you do that really well, Darcy. Even through your art as well, like the juxtaposition of like, you know, the concept, like if we're talking about the tufting, for example, like, you know, the juxtaposition there between like a really beautiful, like, I guess, historical craft, like making a rug or weaving, and, you know, that kind of concept of being a loser. And then like your Sack of Air exhibition as well was your first solo, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, congrats. That's
Thank
such a good, like, amazing achievement.
Thanks. It was one of the best things I've ever done. I felt like I've always loved being creative, and like I see sport as an expression of that as well.
Totally.
But I'd sort of always done graphic design, which felt like you're being creative, but it is for someone else.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you do any design stuff, but sometimes you're like, I don't love this, but I've created this and you love it. So you're like, I guess that's good too. Like, but it is a service. Whereas I sort of moved into art a few years ago and made that conscious effort, deleted my design programs. I was like, you have to just try to express yourself and like do different mediums and that sort of thing. So I was starting to create this stuff, and then eventually thought, oh, it would be really nice to be able to share this and sort of work towards something. And that's where the exhibition came to mind. And yeah, it was so fun just doing something with complete freedom and control as well. Like, because sport, although I see it as very creative and expressive, like there's someone trying to stop you as well. So I always think of like art, like I get that, and no one's like trying to smash the paintbrush out of your hand or like being like, you'll do it. Like, whereas like footy or like sport in general, like there's always that push and pull and that tension. Whereas art is, the tension is perhaps within. But yeah, I found it really freeing.
I was just like, everything you were saying, I was relating to a lot, because sport is so organised and so structured. And I found that there's two types of like, you know, athletes. It's like one was obsessed with the sport, and that's all they could do. But I was someone that needed something different outside. I had to get away from it for a second. And that's where I found art to be like a perfect release. And I started, you know, painting and drawing before I even started kicking a ball as well. So it was always quite inherent. So everything you were saying just about like, you know, the freedom, you know, to express yourself and not being told what to do for once. Like I could relate to that so much. Yeah.
That's so cool. I really, I'm going to explore your art after this. I need to learn.
I mean, is that the you know, looking at, and I'll be careful not to make assumptions here, but
No, make them.
Do you make them? Like, in terms of the queer community, it's a lot more like, there's obviously a lot more, it's safer in the art community rather than a sport community. And there's probably like, if you look at numbers, like even, I just think because of that freeing side we just explained, both of you, Hannah and Darcy, around being yourself and no one else, less restrictive, and no one else is trying to put you in a box, if you like. And I just feel that, you know, there's some lessons in sport we can all take from art, and how do we make sport, or for me, Aussie rules football, more like art.
Oh my god, it is though.
Yeah,
I think.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the answers to that, but like, I don't know.
I guess it's more like when you're playing at your absolute best,
Yeah.
it's like flow state,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the parallel that you get with being creative. Darcy, is that how you feel?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I feel like with art, like it is so subjective, and sport is so objective. Like it can be so like binary again, like winners, losers, stats. Whereas art, like it can be anything, and like what you love, somebody else might not love, but it doesn't devalue.
Yeah.
So it's like being able to look at sport through a different lens, because there are so many things in sport that you can't quantify or necessarily understand. It can't be put into numbers, but that's what makes it good. So I feel like, and it's also around like the looking at winners and losers. Like you can't just look at your game and decide whether you did well or not based on the result. Like there's so much more that goes into it.
Absolutely.
Do you guys know that art was part of the Olympics? Do you guys know this?
I was it in Paris in
Yeah.
19.
So I
I was a guess, but
yeah,
I
in
think
the
it
19th
was.
century, yeah. So I've got it up here because I was like, oh no, I've talked about this before, back when I did queer history. So this is straight from Wikipedia. Art competitions formed part of the modern Olympic Games during its early years from 1912 to 1948. The competitions were part of the original intention of the Olympic movement's founder, Pierre de Freddy, or I'm assuming that's how you say his name. Sorry if I've pronounced it wrong. I think it's French. Medals were awarded for works of art inspired by sport, divided into 5 categories: architecture, literature, music, painting, and sculpture, which led to the event's initial moniker of the Pentathlon of the Muses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something in this, because I like for sport, it's like trying to have connection or try to like explain who you are, or and sometimes you just like it's not necessarily, it's always through words, and it's not necessarily, I can't explain the things I'm feeling about my identity or myself through words, or I'm ashamed of those words that I would use, but maybe I could paint some art and trying to show you that way, and maybe it's a bit safer, or someone. And I think the environments that I've been in, the more male dominated environments, it's just there's no allowance for having that, I guess, perception or the expression for people to understand what you're going through. It's either it's this way, you need to be this way. Oh, but hang on, no, like I'm trying to tell you who I am through another channel. Why can't you listen to that? No, we all do this way. So, well, I can't tell you that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Art is a form of resistance in a way, isn't it? Like it's the rejection of formality and the tradition, and it is the absolute opposite. You're just engaging in freedom of expression and all those things. And it's no surprise that I think a lot of us here will gravitate towards something creative, outside of rigid systems and structures, particularly power systems as well. Yeah.
Darcy, we saw you do the AFL Pride ball, the design in the W Pride rounds. That was an amazing design. It was really cool storytelling as well. This is a bit of a ad hoc question, but if you had your own, because you were doing that for the AFL, if you had your own, if it was for your own exhibition, would that ball be different?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I mean, like you explain,
Yeah,
like,
so
you're
good.
doing
Yeah,
it for someone, but although it is connected to something that you love and passionate about, and is you, and we saw the ball. You told the story of, W history and the trailblazers and the pioneers that have come to get it to a point. But would you have done it differently if there was no client or no?
I don't think I would have. I think it was actually an amazing experience from start to finish. Like when well, initially, like there was a bit of time pressure on it, and I sort of had to say no because I just needed a bit more time to think about it. And, I need space to think about that stuff. But I felt like I got to fully express what I wanted to do through the ball, and the way both Sharon and the AFL let me do that was awesome. Like, they didn't really put any restrictions. Like, the only restrictions were like logo stuff or like actual I guess the way they were fabricating the ball, things that I couldn't, like, I had to make things a little bit less detailed. But I think I was able to execute something that I was really proud of and that I felt like represented the league well, and that was fun and had that element of storytelling as well. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought of if there was no like AFL attached or no Sharon or like no restrictions at all, what I would do. But I felt like I think I expressed as much as I could have.
Well, it speaks volumes to the space that you've helped create in that competition, and obviously working with the AFL on that too. So I think that's a really good example.
Yeah. I guess I think the ball did feel more like a piece of art and an expression rather than a brief that needed to be met, which was good.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Can I ask a question? I'm taking a hard pivot away from balls for a quick second. Is that
good.
okay?
It's fine.
Coming from a non-ball sport, I care about them, but from like a no.
I wasn't going from you say it.
No, I play a sport where we play with cocks, so
Yeah.
it's kind of similar. No, sorry, I had to get that one out the
The
way.
show should be called Cock and Balls. Like,
Hey, where were you, Darcy? This is what I've been saying the whole time.
creative.
Can we go back on that, Caitlin? No, Caitlin's
I can
our
do a
producer,
sketch
yeah.
if you want. We'll quickly get it up on the screen.
No, what I will say about the thing is, like, I didn't realize how much I wanted art on more sporting objects until I saw the Sharon that you did and designed. Seriously, because like I was like, yeah, okay, plain colours makes sense. No, actually, what about if we just put like a really sick design on it and actually make it mean something more than it's, I guess, like kind of flattened historical significance, right? And I hope they put that in the NGV in like 20 years, you know?
Yeah,
that would be amazing. But yeah, no, I've just been thinking about over the conversation, like, again, I'm really learning a lot about different sporting codes, doing the show, but also like actually talking to people like you. And I wonder, because like, and I think I've spoken to Mitch and Hannah, you both about this briefly before, but the sport badminton is very quiet, or it's very like controlled. It has like kind of tennis vibes to it, in terms of how much you can kind of say, and like everything's very like saving face and kind of stuff like that. You're not ever really rude to anyone. Like AFL and like even soccer is really, really different. So how do you kind of like toe the line between banter or like fans bantering or other people, I guess, like saying comments, like for example, Bailey Smith, I know you called Bailey in about like the Mad Mondays thing, which I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to understand, as in terms of like what even Mad Mondays is. Why isn't it like Wild Wednesdays? You know, that's my first question. But how do you know like what's right and what's wrong, and how do you go about pointing that out?
Geez, that's a big one.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I feel like I think I go off a gut feel, like, and you're always trying to measure, like, because there are a lot of footy clubs, it's like the same sort of person in the space, and like it's certainly catered to a certain person. So it's just being able to think, like, is this the most inviting, like, what we're saying or, like, what we're doing, is this actually inviting more people into this space, or is it kind of closing the doors on other people? But it's really tricky too. Like, it's everyone knows everyone. Like, you know people really intimately at your club, like you care for people. So like if somebody makes a mistake, like you want them to learn from it and like not feel like they're pushed out or anything like that as well. Like, I actually had to Google the Bailey Smith stuff because I remember what happened, but I was like, did I say something? Like I can't remember saying anything. But then I had to Google it because I remember I got asked about it at a press conference, and when I saw it, I was really disappointed by it. But I'm like, I genuinely don't think that's what Bailey wants. Like, I don't think he would put that up and be like, I'm making fun of this person and I want, you know, people of the queer community to feel shit. Like, I don't believe that that's what he wants. But, like, I think so often those kinds of jokes are made and, like, might get a laugh. Like, it feels like an easy thing to say, and you're not thinking about, like, all the impact that it has on everyone. It also has an impact on them. Like, looking at the AFL, like, you know, we keep talking about mental health and, like, bringing in a mental health round, you know, all that sort of stuff, which I support. But I think if you don't see the link to this stuff, then, like, you're missing a lot as well. Yeah. Like, by calling Bailey in and, like, being like, come on, mate, you can do better than this. Like, this isn't a good joke. Like, it's not. It's just a really boring joke. It's not funny at all. Like, it's a sad joke.
Yeah.
But, like, that is impacting him, even if he doesn't realize it. Like, it's impacting the kind of person he can be. It's impacting the men in the AFL, like, all of them, like, not just the queer men. So it's just, I guess it's thinking more broadly about how all these things link. I don't even know if I answered what you asked.
No, you did.
It's hard. Yeah. It's just a really interesting space to be
I guess
in.
it's that, like, the Spider-Man quote, right? With great power comes great responsibility.
I just read that in Tom Holland's voice.
Yeah. I think about that so often because it's just a great summary. Like, when you've got a platform and you've got influence, that's the first thing you think is, like, you're quite powerful, so think about the next step that you're taking here. And, you know, sometimes there's some thoughtlessness involved and that's, but I think you summarised that perfectly.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, it's quite complex as well, but in the same breath, it's like this habit of behaviour. I guess, like, you just ask yourself, it comes down to kindness and respect. I think if you just really, let's just really bring it back to basics. And is this kind? Is this respectful? And, you know, if you really don't know how to answer that question, then who are the people around you that are influencing you or showing you that, well, this joke is okay or this joke is not okay? So, like, in that instance with Bailey, I was thinking out more broadly of, like, who are the influences around him who have let those jokes or have allowed him to think that those jokes are okay and all those things. It's not necessarily his fault and all that. It's like, you know, who are the environments that are around. But it comes down to kindness and respect. I mean, we can all, that's pretty simple.
Yeah. You know what makes it difficult? And, like, I don't know if I'm just brain rotting away here, but, like, what I find difficult is that both as, like, a consumer and a creator of comedy, like, I find I have to keep so front of mind, like, who's the intended audience for my joke.
This is the thing, relating it all, calling people in rather than calling them out and shaming them. And I get challenged in my own advocacy in that. And we saw with the football club, the Geelong Football Club, they end up just canning Mad Mondays altogether. Yeah. So
I mean, good.
But I was like, well, that's not like that's not what it was about. It's about you still, and there might be an awkward period of change. You still can be really fucking funny and have like celebratory dress ups and be respectful in the same time. They're not exclusive of each other.
No,
and it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Like,
I do amateur improv. It's not that hard.
It's like this period of, for some people, period of awkward transition of, you know, when the the supermarkets got rid of bags, and we're all like, oh, this is so. But now it's like this day. We got used to it. This is transition period of like, okay, we've got to like work with this, and we're not going to always get it right, but as long as we're trying and keep turning up, you know.
Yeah, nothing good is ever easy.
Yeah. Well, and I think the frustrating thing is like the queer people I know, they're the funniest people in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, make us laugh. Like, like don't make us cry. Like, it's something really frustrating and just upsetting. It's like we have really good senses of humor.
Yeah.
But I feel like so often we're made to look like that we just suck.
Yeah,
like, and it's like, no, like you suck.
The Brokeback,
like,
the Brokeback Mountain image, it's fun. The thing is about relating it to losing a grand final, and in sporting football context, that is a bad thing.
What? Yeah,
so that's the thing. Like, don't have to say that bit. Have the Brokeback Mountain love in.
My God.
But don't say that bit.
Like, it's just someone. Can we get like a short comedy course? Like, can we pull some funding for this? Because like, I don't know. Like, I'm getting really snarky about it now, but like, God. Like hire an actor. I don't know. Like get someone to do some stand up instead. I don't, you know.
Yeah, like could there have been something around like losing the grand final was worse than losing the love of my life? Or, something like that. And you're like, hang on a sec.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. We want to take you out on a bang though. I don't know. You know, I don't want to get down in the weeds of it anymore. I want to send you out on a high, and that means torturing you again. Sorry. But look, we want to finish off with a quick fire round. These are our burning, pressing questions. If you thought that we were getting into the dirt before, you were wrong. So we're going to ask you some questions of a variety of forms and formats. So first up for you, I have a multiple choice question. All right. So you grew up in Markwood, which is exactly 245 kilometres away from here. Which one of these things are also exactly 245 kilometres in length? A, the length of America's mega ultramarathon. B, the coastline of Romania. Or C, the circumference of Australia's largest lake, Lake Kikinatha.
B.
Correct. The coastline of Romania is exactly 245 kilometres long.
I thought so.
Off to a raring start. Hell yeah. Next question up is are you green?
No, that's
me. I've got a question for you. In 2012, Australian Ball Open.
Oh yeah.
Australian Open kid. So cute. I've actually seen a photo. It's so bloody cute.
Yeah.
You're a ball kid.
I was a ball kid.
Yeah, you're a ball kid. Hell
Yes.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, so 2017 was the first year I was a ball kid.
Where did I get 2012 from? I wrote this question. I'm putting you under the bus here. I wrote this question. Where did I get 2012 from?
2017.
Sorry, 2007. Did I say 2017?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I told you there was like a
2000. Cut it.
what, playing AFL footy and ball. That's
I know.
Sorry. No, 2007. I was 13.
Kevin 07.
Kevin
Prime
07.
year.
Yeah, it was a massive year for Kev and for me.
And for you.
I made my way into the AO, and I was a ball kid for 3
Yeah, you get retained.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you go to there are levels of tryouts, and you kind of go automatically to the second, I think. But I was the ball kidding is like one of the best memories I've got growing up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who was the favourite player? Any cool gossip stories?
Well, I remember the first some gossip, some hot goss. I remember the first ever Rod Laver game I got was it was a really late. It was I think the latest starting game in history between Hewitt and Baghdadis.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember this. Yeah.
In 2008. Yeah. So I was on night shift, which is the biggest deal in the ball kid world when you get a night shift on Rod Laver. That's what you want. So I got that. I was so happy. I'd never really been on big courts before. Like I wasn't very good. I just remember that game starting at I think it started at 12:30 or something, and we were just cheering for the game to just go longer and longer. So when it ended up finishing at like 5 a.m. or something, we were like delirious. But
Oh my God.
so happy, like revved up on lollies. Baghdadis was
Was
so
that your first
nice.
bender? Is that what
I think so. Yeah, I think that was it. But yeah, it was so fun. Like the crowd was so invested, and like obviously everyone loves both those players. Like I remember Baghdadis was like winking. Like
What?
Like it wasn't weird though. It was like a thanks, like thanks kid, like for the ball. Like
Yeah.
you know when he's like get a ball, you'd be like,
Okay.
you'd be like, oh my god.
I guess
this
your
guy's
hands are
awesome.
kind of occupied. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We know that you're a talented footballer, but what I think people need to know as well as that is that you are exceptionally talented at the construction of cardboard costumes. Well, I'm assuming they're made from cardboard because they look very sturdy.
Yes, paper craft.
Paper craft is up there on the LinkedIn list. Now, you make these costumes out into like snacks and confectionery, right? So I want to know, as a connoisseur of this kind of food, what AFLW players would you dub the sweetest, the saltiest, the spiciest, and sour?
Oof. Okay. The sweetest. Gosh, this is a really hard question. Does anyone spring to mind for you? I don't know if you.
I've
do you
just
know
learnt what a ball is today.
what a ball is.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the sweetest player? I'll say, I reckon Soph McKay.
I was about to say that.
Were you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, were you going to say for sweetest? Because I was going to say maybe spicy.
Sweet and
Yeah.
spicy.
What were you
a good
thinking?
combo.
I was thinking sweet, but I was trying to wrap it through my brain.
Yeah. Am I thinking about teammates or am I going broader?
You can. Hey, you're calling shots here.
Okay. Someone who's sweet. I don't think anyone's that sweet in the competition, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
But I don't know. I'm trying to think of people I see who I think Jazz Garner is. I see her as a very kind person, so I could see her as sweet. in that in that aspect. What's the other?
Salty.
Salty. Salty. I feel like Rubes could be seen as a bit of a Ruby slasher. Salty, but I think her voice just gives me salt. Like she's got a very husky voice.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
the huskiness, I'm getting grains of salt
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not salty by nature.
Okay.
And sour. Oh, yeah, you know that moment when Zala Goldsworthy picks herself up off the ground? It went viral. She picks herself up and because she falls on the ground and nobody comes to get her.
Wait, so she literally
She literally picks herself up like that.
That's
It's
such
very
a Dwayne the Rock Johnson move, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like she could get the sour
Yeah.
just because, she was kind of calling her teammates out there.
Yeah.
So hang on, so the season's gone for it's like 10th season, yeah. How long does Generations go? Like you're obviously part of the first season.
Yeah.
So is there
wow, yeah.
you know, is there a generational gap or is it still can you see that coming through?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I reckon. I felt like I started losing touch when I was like 26. So I'm like almost 33. So, but yeah, the other night, it might have been last night or the night before, we were saying our date of birth or the year we were born. And I was literally, they were all like 2004. And I was like 1993.
Yeah.
I have to say it at all.
Yeah, I leaned in close and I was like,
Oh my God.
back in 1993. And just horror.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'll tell you what's not been a horror having you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Darcy. We have loved having you on the couch. Before you leave, have you got anything that you want the people to know? Anything coming up? Anything you want to take people to?
The season, we're playing a game in 4 days. So if you can get to Marvel on the 9th, Sunday the 9th.
Hell yeah.
So that's coming up really soon. And at the end of September, I've got another solo show coming up. So, I haven't even announced it. But I hope that by then. I've announced it.
Yeah.
By the time this gets released, hopefully I've done a bit of promo. But yeah, that'll be at Jackie Winter Gallery
Oh, cool.
late September. So
Good job.
I'll invite you all. Hope to see you there.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much again. And if anyone wants to check out what Darcy is doing, get down, see their games, go and see their exhibition, keep up to date, and make sure you don't miss anything that's happening on in your weird, wacky, wonderful life. You can catch them over on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok?
I have a very inactive TikTok.
Well,
but jump on.
it.
There's some stuff on there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see everyone after this short little break.
Question for everyone.
Yes.
Have you seen Moneyball?
I love that film.
No.
Haven't you?
No.
It's a movie that is a sports movie, but is more like, I don't know, what is it?
Math.
It's math.
Statistics.
It's business. It's everything but a sports movie, but I love it so much. And I'm
Really?
so surprised that I love it.
Wait.
Really
What?
selling it already. No, I love it because I think.
Wait. Where's the sport in it? You said maths and statistics.
Have a guess which sport this is about.
Baseball.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Moneyball. I don't know.
So, and I love this because I've got a firm belief the best sporting movies are movies that sport's not the focus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's almost like the system behind the sport and why it is.
So for me, it would be Basketball Diaries. Have you seen that?
Oh my God.
Have you seen it?
Ages ago.
Leonardo
I'd have to
DiCaprio, like Ben Affleck, like young,
It's a
hot.
coming of age
Yeah.
kind of one, hey?
Yes,
Unless
and
I'm
it's
wrong.
a bit of like drug addiction, and so it's not again basketball's not the focus, and so
There's more drama.
Yeah, yeah,
It's-
good cinema.
Those are always good. Those are always good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, guess this sports movie. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Disgraced athlete moves to a small town in the middle of nowhere, and has to find a way to get over their ego and win back the hearts and minds of the population.
Lightning McQueen.
Fuck! How did you know that? It
Is it Lightning McQueen?
Cars.
Is that Cars?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like,
Oh my God.
that was a complete guess. I was just like, that was my joke. That was a comedy one, but it was true. Oh man,
That was.
Rudy.
Oh my God! I can't believe
Wow.
you knew that.
I can't believe I witnessed that in real time.
I'm crying. I'm literally shedding a tear.
I went there. No, because I was like, "Who's done this?" And I was just thinking like,
I was at a complete loss.
yeah.
complete loss.
And the only one because I got a 6 and 4-year-old, so I'm fresh.
Oh, on. Well, you don't talk
Cars.
to me about animated shows because I could talk about them for ages.
Yeah.
Like, God, you've probably seen them all. You on Ben 10 yet?
No, I'm too straight.
Ben, I don't think Ben 10 is in the queer canon.
Sorry, I love Little Watch. I love to catch it. Nah,
Yeah.
No, I do like Lightyear and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cars is good, but I mean, Cars is one of those films like it's kind of a sports movie, but it's not. Like, what are movies that are not sports movies but should be?
I think
Cars is your one.
Jaws. Open water swimming.
Oh, Jaws.
Surfing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
unfortunately, it's not that great.
Could it be a plot where the shark isn't killed? That's the one part of that movie that I'm like, does the shark have to be the villain? Because they should
Yeah.
be protected.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That would be mine. What about you?
Twilight.
Okay.
How's
I could shoehorn Twilight into any conversation, but the whole premise of like the first movie is that like Bella gets hunted. Like she gets hunted. Like hunting is not a good sport, and I don't think it should be a sport. But I think there is a world in which people could view Twilight as like a hunter-huntee sort of enemies to lovers sort of
Right.
story.
Well, there's a baseball element in Twilight.
Hey,
Really
don't you tell me?
cringy.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, we can't sing any more than those 2 bars because we'll get demonetized. But yeah.
The Muse song?
Yeah. Best song. If you're trying to learn bass guitar, just try and play Supermassive Black Hole. It's like the easiest thing ever, and you feel so good about it. Yeah, that's mine. Twilight's mine. What about yours?
Okay. Bridesmaids. If it's a team and there are 2 teammates getting married.
It's true. That is true.
More chaos than the
Is
actual
this coming
movie.
from your own team experience? Is it?
No, surprisingly not.
No?
But
Okay.
I could imagine it to be. I mean, Bridesmaids, I watched it recently. It's so funny. It's such a funny movie.
It's really good, but the shit and
Sport
stuff
version.
really gets me. I
What,
don't care.
the shit in the
The
road?
diarrhea.
Oh, I was about to say that. I mean, I've never gone into a
Now,
wedding
imagine
dress
that in a
shop.
locker
I don't know. Never go in a wedding dress. That's classy. And
Yeah.
what sport would it be?
I mean,
Rugby, surely.
any team sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
true.
team sport
Yeah.
would work, I reckon.
I do. That does remind me though. Like back, I didn't play in this tournament. The nationals, like back growing up, we sent away a team, like a Vic
Yeah.
team, and everyone at the tournament got food poisoning at like from the catered food, and so they had to cancel play for like 2 days or so while everyone recovered from this horrendous food poisoning. Which
It's always suspicious when there's one team that gets
Yeah.
food poisoning at a competition. Hey,
yeah, true,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only other one, sorry, Hannah. The only one I've got is Die Hard. Like I see John McClane, like, and this is how serious some people take sport and footy. Like they'll do anything.
Yeah.
Bring down a big 747 plane.
Yeah.
I've got to get this. I've got to get to the game.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got to get
yeah.
to the game. I've got to
Yeah.
do anything. Like,
But is Die Hard a Christmas film?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Why though? Just because it happens on Christmas.
It's set during Christmas, right? It's like a Christmas party.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
Right. It's been a long
Yeah.
time since I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but also I'm still wanting a stronger answer than it happens on Christmas.
Snow.
Yeah.
Nah, there's one of them. There is snow. The airport one.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Happens on snow. Happens in snow and stuff.
Yeah, okay. I want to park the movie conversation for another time because I think there's more to unpack there, particularly around the semantics of what makes a good sporting movie.
Sure.
And I reckon we should mull on it. But for now, we need to leave the people and let them go live their lives, don't we?
I
Yeah.
suppose so.
Yeah, look, it's what's the phrase? Love to leave you? No. Don't ask me about colloquialisms. I don't know.
People, I had a teammate say this at his retirement speech. People, they've seen him come, I've seen him go. Now it's my turn to say goodbye.
Wow. So good. That's
Isn't that
so
right?
inspirational.
Is that the-
Hey, you've spent an hour with
We're on
us.
the right track there.
Yeah.
But,
Look, we'll workshop our inspirational phrase, I reckon. Well, until we see you next time, don't forget, check us out over on our socials. Make sure you go and follow us there because we will be keeping up the antics over on Instagram and TikTok. If you've been listening to this show, guess what? We're on YouTube, like every modern millennial should be. So make sure you go follow us over at Benched over there. But as always, this podcast has been made with the support of the Vic government, and a huge shout out to the MVPs of production, Humdinger Studios. I have been Rudy Jean Rigg.
I have been Hannah Wilkinson.
And I'm not on YouTube, but I'm Mitch Brown.
Bye.
Back to